I just texted Tanya. Hey, Happy Health Habits Tribe, my tribe of optimists. It is Healthy Heart Month, so love you all. Give yourself a great big hug, and just for showing up today. This is a big deal because most people do not take the time for themselves. I had someone yesterday say, okay, Dr. Amy, but where am I going to find the time? And well, if we don't make it, right, we all have the same number of minutes in a day. We have to make it a priority, like it's a chemotherapy treatment, right? Mental health gym, community time is like air to our optimization and success. So put some loving on yourself. Great big hugs, couple deep breaths. I love, let it in and out. I love that they do that every morning on those wind calls in the evening. That's such a great thing to teach people. Just slow down, right? High five, everybody. High five for being here. Regulate yourself all the time. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Get the brain and body connected before you make the decision, right? Remember, you're always an optimist. No matter what speed bump you hit, you're an optimistic activist. So it doesn't matter how many flat tires you get, you just keep going. We're all part of the tribe. We all love you, no matter what kind of pothole or flat tire you have for the 50th time, right? We get you. We got you. We understand you. We've been you, and we maybe are you. And I love the topic for Monday night, going through this quickly, because optimization is all only about mastering the 6 macro habits of health. Bravo to Russ McCann, everyone. Give him a little round of applause. We don't have a lot of guy leaders necessarily, and there's a lot of women, but this guy, I love him. So mastering the 6 macros is the secret of optimization. And I loved, I'm going to stop talking and wait to hear from you guys, but I loved that they were all over like 15, 16, 17 years of optimization, and they all entered the diet door and they came out the other side with a master's in optimal health. And really, because they learned how to handle life's right ups and downs through this whole process. And that's really what we do. If you've ever read the Stop, Challenge, and Choose ebook, if you haven't, go back and look at it. It's been a long time. It actually says in there, you are on a journey to become a practitioner of optimal. It actually says I think it's on the cover, that you're on this journey to become an optimal health practitioner, like a doctor, like a practitioner, right? This is your degree, and we're all getting a degree in being an optimal health practitioner, which I love. So just review your macro habits every day. How am I doing in each of these areas? Scale of 1 to 10. Give yourself a high five if you got all the rocks in the jar, right? That's the goal. Get the rocks in the jar and keep plugging into all the things. People, anything in your ear, anything you're seeing, anything you feel, all the things. We have so much support, and now this habit finder thing. So this has just been a mind blower, mind bending, mind melting. So I'm going to stop share now, and we're going to talk about how we have stopped the diet mindset and we are optimizing. We're on our way to being optimal health practitioners. All right. So DIET is no more. We are LIVIT, right? So what'd you get out of Monday? Or Dave Blanchard, or let's go around robin here. Margot is back. We got to give her, oh, we lost her. Hopefully she'll find her way back to us again. Oh, we had her for a moment. So Mary, let's start out with you. We'll go around. Well, wait. Kathy's got, we got to start with Kathy today because she has a husband treatment today.
Yep. I did not get to hear Monday night, so I don't know what that was about. I haven't heard it yet.
Well, you look forward to it.
So I will try to get that listened to. Let's see what else. We went to go see our grandkids this weekend, so that was fun. I did have some ice cream, but just a very little amount. We went to some ice cream store in Mason City, so that was supposed to be iconic. I don't know if it was truly iconic or not. So that was, it was interesting, but I did eat a little bit, but just a little. So
But
I
it
was,
feels good to be able to have a control over your portion size, right?
yes, right. I just remember Dr. A saying 3 bites, three
Yep.
bites.
3-bite
So
rule, that's all you need. Yep,
that's
and that's
all I
they
needed.
talked about that on Monday night. It's the part of optimizing for life.
So
How you learn to do that.
I could hear his little voice in my ear.
Dr. A's little voice.
Yeah.
Use the 3-bite rule. Well, it's everybody Monday talked about too. You know, you're gonna have your special things, but people that are optimal health practitioners think like optimal health practitioners, and they go, "Yeah, that was a great time or a great meal or a great whatever." And today I'm just doing my thing like I normally do my thing, and this is how I roll. This is how I feel best. So, and it works over time, right? So. So any other wins or non-scale victories besides the 3-bite rule with the ice cream? Husband, you're handling your emotional control
Yes,
there?
yes. And like I told you, I think when we talked the last time, I'm reading that new book, Mel Robbins, Let Them.
Yes.
That is profound. So that's been really helpful.
Awesome. So you would recommend it for everybody.
I would recommend it.
Okay. Yeah. Subscribe to her YouTube channel at least. She's got
I haven't heard her. I guess she has a YouTube or a podcast about that, Let Them. So I want to listen to that, but I'm underlining in this book like crazy.
Yeah. If you don't want to read, just podcast it or YouTube it. Yeah, she's got great stuff. So let them. That's just let it go. Let them do what they're going to do. We can't control. Get out of the drama triangle, basically, right?
And then she said also, let me.
Mm.
So that was really profound as well. So I'm trying to think in that mindset. That kind of goes with what we're talking about. Focus
Let
on
me do my thing.
Yeah.
You do your thing.
Yeah.
Well, good job. You're living optimization in a rough time, in a rough patch in your life, and you're living out loud. Great girl. So congratulations. And I don't know where Kathy fell on the leaderboard, but we did have you guys on the celebration Sunday night. I was so impressed how many of our people were on some weren't you guys like amazed?
I missed that because again, we were in Iowa with our family and we were celebrating birthdays. So I totally missed the whole thing. So
Oh, it was so much fun. If you scroll back in the chat, Roxy put some screenshots in there. I forgot to pull those off. Oh, it was so much fun. It was great. We had a lot of people in the leaderboards and winning cash. Sharon was the biggest winner, right, Mary?
Yes, huge.
What did she win?
What was it? $150?
Whoa! Good for you.
I think
I won 425.
I was gonna say it's higher than that. Yeah.
Shut up.
What? That's awesome.
Shut the back door.
Tied. I tied with somebody else tied with me, or I tied with somebody else, whatever it was.
Shut the back door.
Wow.
And I heard my name on the placement thing and I'm like, what? I placed? Because I was not paying attention. I was like trying to herd cats, but it was because it was inviting people. You got a lot of points for inviting people.
And we had 2 people that won the raffle too on the team.
Oh,
2 people won the raffle?
Yep.
Who was it?
Julie
Julie
Johnson and Janice Kramer.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
So they won, because they only drew 10 names out of 400 and some people completed the survey, post survey. And so there was a drawing out of them.
Guys,
so
we rocked it.
That's awesome.
High 10. It was we rocked it.
We did.
Seriously, I was so proud of everybody and showing up on the win calls, and people were really showing up for that. And now Mary's got us going, continuing on this next skin in the game. month where everyone's putting cash in the pot to continue their weight loss. Mary, you stepped up big time. Tanya Morales stepped up. Sunday, we had people on Sunday supporting each other on those Sunday win calls. It was just phenomenal fun. And I'm really looking forward to May because I know they're going to change things up. But then we just helped them work out all the bills. Helped them work out all the bugs, you
Mhm.
know? And so now it's going to be even better next time. And bravo, Sharon! I didn't realize you won that much.
That's
That
awesome. So did
that
they
is-
announce May, or that hasn't been announced yet?
yeah, April 1st we can sign up.
Okay, so what's that going to be? What's the contest?
I don't know, but it'll be another reset, and it'll
Another
start May
reset?
1st, and we can start by signing up in April 1st. So congratulations just to everybody. Julie, I'm glad you're here today, and anyone who's listening who, even played even a little bit. If you stepped it up even a little bit, I consider you a winner, right, Mary?
Right. And it sounded like May will be similar to this, only every little daily thing is going to be completely redone, so
Yeah.
you won't be repeating days 1 through 30. So
Okay.
it'll be nice to see different faces. That'll keep it fresh. And I applaud them that they talked about where literally 2 weeks into the challenge and even days before it even started, how they were having all these, you don't know till you go live with something
Right.
new, that
Yeah.
they were like, how are we getting these people signed up and how are we going to get this? And
I
then
know.
they were recalibrating points because it was doubling points, like if we'd put in that we went to the Monday night
Yeah.
meeting every night, it was adding scores where you only got one time, and they were having to figure out how to filter the
Oh.
stuff. And so,
Uh,
kudos that they, really just dug in and got it the way, like you said, they worked the bugs out, but yet it was perfect, even working the bugs out.
yeah, truly.
So,
Truly.
if this was fun, this will be better.
Oh yeah, and then bravo! I don't even know how they did it. And then Sharon, with your little recordings, I love that because she did it for people that weren't, tech savvy or on Facebook or whatever. But those little audios are great reminders. I'm playing them every day and just reminding myself when you put them in the chat. Thank you for doing that, Sharon. Truly.
Very helpful.
That was an inspired moment. She was on Tuesday night last night and she was asking Dave about it. How do you know if you're having an inspired moment, right? Sharon has a lot of inspired moments and she stops herself. She talks herself worth out of herself, right? Sharon?
I've done that, yes.
Yes. But I gotta tell you, and you're learning and growing from that. I was so happy he nailed you on that. But one of your little inspired moments about making those recordings, so brilliant. I'm so glad you followed through on that. For your people, for your friends, right?
Yeah.
They benefited greatly. So
I mean, anybody can, they're in the chat. Anybody can share those videos with anybody you want.
I know
You
all the
can all do that.
videos, all the audios, we can share all of them.
You
Yeah.
can share an audio with, your best friend,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
long,
Absolutely.
through Messenger, or you can copy it, I believe.
Yeah.
You can copy it.
And Mary, so what did you get out of the challenge now? Give me your, I know, you won $33 in one area and $33 in the other area, right? Points. And then
To me, it was the first challenge that I completed. I had, started and then, you get off of it and,
right.
And then, oh, I missed a day. And, I really think for me, I know it's not the money, but it's when I pay a little something for something,
Yeah.
I don't waste my money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think for that, I liked it that we can choose to invest in it. For the people that are just checking us out, fine, go free. But for me, that little bit of money made me do it. And
Yeah.
so just to complete it, feel full out. I mean, for the lady who always says I'm a slow loser, 8.5 pounds in 1 month, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, my body right now is plateauing. That's okay. But have I been fallen off a little bit? Absolutely. I did my grandma tea party last week. I made sure I did cucumber bottoms, but then I put in egg salad or something on the top that, had a little extra something, something. But then that way I had my tea party snacks that I could enjoy with my granddaughters. But yeah, hey, did I taste one or two of the good ones? I did. You
But
know,
you altered it so it would fit you better. That's so
right.
great.
Exactly. And that was a huge win to even think that, okay, my cucumber sandwich isn't going to have the bread on the bottom. It's just the cucumber with a little egg salad or ham salad.
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
Yep, and I found out for the future once I hit transition, PB2, that powdered peanut butter powder, mixed 50-50 or about till you get a good consistency with sugar-free applesauce. Roll that into little balls and dip it in dark chocolate. Girls, it's great. It
Where did
doesn't
you
quite
find?
that was on one of the Pinterest scrolls, and they're healthy peanut butter balls. 3 ingredients: dark chocolate, unsweetened applesauce, and peanut butter powder. Is it compliant now? But those were my special treat for the tea party, and they are honestly good. They're
And
not as great as grandma's balls, but you know what?
did your family like them?
Uh, my husband didn't because he thought they were a little chewy because of the applesauce. For somebody who's now changed her taste buds, they're the
Yeah.
bomb.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, truly. Truly,
Yep.
yeah. For someone with a
They're,
different palate, they are gonna be the bomb.
it's perfect. And to me, I'll make those in the future because the nice thing is if he doesn't like it, good, then they'll actually be in the fridge for me. You know,
Okay, and they'd be great frozen too, right?
they
And
would
by
be.
the way, but if you have the recipe, can you put it in like a
Oh,
recipe?
sure.
Put it in the chat.
Yep.
But here, PB2, there's a cheaper brand at Walmart that's bigger and
Oh,
it
yeah.
actually has less
Yep.
sugar, alcohol or in it. It's actually better
Yep.
than PB2.
Yep. It's the Fit something.
Yeah.
Yeah. PB Fit, I think. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's the brand I always buy.
Anyway,
But, don't feel deprived you don't get it now, but hey, we all got our legal treat
yeah.
later.
Barry's
But
running the show in our Skin in the Game group, so bravo, girl! You just your leadership is amazing. And Diana did the debrief last night. And before we leave, go to the next person, Margot. I'm so glad you're back, and Betty. Tell them Monday what you told me your takeaway was. Your biggest takeaway from Monday, or if you have any. What
it
was the
was
end?
it was just it was all good, but the very end of the video to me hit me the most. It was about the Olympic team and how they won and how they honed it down, and absolutely everything they did, they questioned, does it make the boat go faster?
Uh-huh.
Does it, before you made a choice, what you ate, what you drank, what you did, does it make your boat go faster?
With
And
the
it's like,
Olympic
whoop,
rowing team. Yeah.
yeah. And so it's like, that's a great thing. Whatever we do, is it making your boat go faster? Is it propelling you to your finish line?
Yes.
They're not. Do you want to go for the gold or the silver? You choose.
Yeah. Absolutely. You choose. Does it make your boat go fast? Someone said this morning, are you running are you running just around ragged or are you chasing your dream? And
Mhm.
I loved that 10x, the guy at the end with the boat, the boat
Mhm.
video said, sometimes you need a really high bar like the Olympics. Like I'm gonna win the gold. That's a super high bar. And then everything you do, those little micro habits along the way, right, are finding joy in the journey along the way to get to the gold, of course. But I liked that thought that
But
you know,
I'll throw my vision board in the chat too, both
yes.
sides. But on my favorite quote of the whole thing is, I haven't come this far to come this far. So I'm loving that. I love it all, but I love I haven't come this far to come this far. So,
Oh,
again, it's that gold mindset. It's what do I really want? And, I'm having to really fight and dig in because right now is where I can feel comfortable. And it's where I
hmm.
felt comfortable for 5 years, and to keep pushing. Um, and it's hard, but my husband got our reservations for Tetons this summer. hopefully, my praying friends, if we get Crestview Trail, I'll be backpacking 50 miles, carrying some weight. So if we can get the trail we want, if not, we'll find other great trails, but I
Are
got my
you gonna
mountain
hold your
picked out.
vision boards up or are you gonna put them in the chat?
I'll
Or
just throw them in the chat. I'll just throw
Okay.
them in the chat, but yeah, it's easier than flipping. But yeah, lots of good stuff.
she didn't make we didn't do a session to do it together, guys, but she posted hers. We didn't get that done. I'm sorry, I didn't get it done, but she posted hers. They're absolutely gorgeous. Has anyone else, Betty, have you worked on your vision boards? Or you go ahead and come off mute. I know you were going to, a couple other people were. But Mary, thank you for sharing yours. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're just, they're
Yeah.
amazing.
They have me trained on wind calls, you know.
Don't miss the little video on Monday night, guy. That replay was really
Okay.
good. What did they
Okay,
have you
good.
trained on wind calls, Betty?
Yes, they have me trained to keep me mute. I tell them, you guys are the only people who can mute me. Turn me off. So it's like, I just do my clapping or number one and then and do that
Mary,
stuff. You
Mary
said Margot was back?
Margot's back. Can you see her?
No, I can't see her. So, but I'm just glad to know. And Mary's there. Glad to see her too. So it's good. I was getting worried about Margot.
I was
so
too. Where was Margot?
Yeah, let's hear from Margot. Welcome back. Or
Yes.
Margot was in the hospital for a while,
What
guys.
I
happened?
know. I know.
Let's hear
Yeah.
from Margot.
Oh, I didn't know she was in the hospital.
10 days.
What
10 days
happened?
worth.
What happened?
Well, you all know that I had trouble with my angry esophagus.
Yes.
And I went in and had the endoscopy done, and it was very successful. But in the process, they found that I had a fungal infection at the base of my esophagus.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's what was causing me
Causing.
to not be able to swallow food, had a hard time with water, anything. And in the process, once this started to really hit and I started going downhill, I became dehydrated. And they actually said I was next to being malnutrition.
Oh, wow.
And I called
Goodness.
in. I woke up on a Saturday morning and went, yeah, I'm in trouble. I knew it. I had been going down this path and nobody was getting me answers, but I knew something was really wrong. Called into my primary clinic, and when I talked to the charge nurse, the case manager, and told her what was going on, she said, Margot, I want you to hang up the phone and call 911. I said, what? And she said, you've got to get to the hospital. And I went, well, I can have my daughter. She, no. You call 911. You need to get in now.
Good.
And by the time I got there, my total immune system was completely broken down.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And so it was 10 days of ups and downs and tests and another endoscopy and all of that. And to get me to come back, the hardest part of it was rehabbing when I got home, because of course they put me on a soft food diet again. And in the process, I've held my weight for 10 years now. Well, I've lost 20 pounds and
Oh,
I
wow.
don't need to lose 20 pounds. So I'm trying to come up with soft items that I can eat that will help me put some weight back on. And getting my strength back, even to be on this and to talk. I couldn't do it. Amy kept saying, can we see you? Went, no, I'm not ready. I was just so out of it.
Oh.
And last week, all of a sudden I went, okay, Margot's coming back.
Oh, good.
And now I've got the energy back and the focus is coming back and everything that, we're still working on the infection, because apparently it's something I've had for a long time, and how all my doctors never found it, I have no idea, but they have now, and they're treating it and doing what we need to do. And definitely know that life is good. Life is good, life is precious, and you can't take any single day or minute for granted
No,
at all.
life is a gift and health is earned. Romans 10, I think
Yes,
Romans
yes.
10, 1 through 12. I was just sharing with a couple people. I think I put it in the chat today. Life is a gift, health is earned. And if we're not earning it in this country, it's going down, right? So it's really, it's Margot, you're just, I love it. You just contend all the time. You just keep contending. We just keep contending.
Well, you
You're just
can't
such an
take it for
inspiration.
granted. And I did. In the beginning, when all this started and my appointments kept getting pushed out, I thought, well, if my doctor isn't rushing to see me, it must be okay.
Right,
I
right.
know.
And then
Yeah,
December
But you
came and it
listened.
started to
You
change.
listened.
yeah. You have to be
Yeah,
an advocate
and
for yourself.
You do,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so
I've learned that.
I'm going to share Margot started to get very un-Margot like when she got back. She was got very into below the line. Let's just say Margot fell hard below the line. Okay. Stinking thinking took over. And I have to say one of my biggest wins in the 28-day challenge is having 20 of you guys do the habit finder evaluation and do the 4-week class with me. That was like that was huge for me. And Margot missed it all. She missed all of it.
I know. I know.
And she missed all of it. And I was like, Margot, okay, you're so far down the line. You're coming, let's get you up out of the hole. You've got to take this habit finder. She's like, oh, I don't have the energy, right? Oh no, it's another
true.
thing, right? But isn't it the bomb? She attended Tuesday night, and I said, get on and talk to Dave. And
Good for you.
yes, she did it.
Yeah.
I was so proud of her. What did you learn from Dave?
Oh, amazing. But what was ironic is I had put my hand up at an earlier point and he said, I'll get to you later, Margot. And when he got to me, it was in the category of self-worth. And at the point when I took the challenge, my self-worth has been in the toilet.
Totally.
And
Never seen
I
her
just,
like that.
nothing.
Never.
I mean, I couldn't even get up in the morning and think about what I was going to put on. It's like, oh, I'll just stay in my pajamas. I don't want to bother. It wasn't giving up, it was giving in.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get out of that. And I said that to Amy more than once. I said, I'm trying, but it's not there. And so when it started to come back, then I realized that with it, I had taken my self-worth down the rabbit hole.
Yes.
And that's what I need to work on, is getting me back to me. I said to Dave, I said, really, I'm a nice person. I love people. I care about people. I don't want to be this way. So I've got to change it.
Yeah.
And that's it. I've got to get back to who I'm most comfortable with being.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize the challenge that can be for a lot of us.
Back above the line.
Yeah.
Back above the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to jump off here, but I wanted to tell you too, Margot, for my husband, we got him some of that Fairlife. It's a protein drink. It's 30 grams of protein. It's just a drink. Now he adds ice cream to get some more calories to it. But
I need some calories.
Yeah, that might be. I mean, it's really tasty, but it's got 30 grams of protein, which is so good. Protein is so good for you. So
and don't forget all the new Ascend shakes.
I'm gonna go. I'll go grab one and I'll show you the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Don't forget all the Ascend shakes because they don't have sugar.
But I will also say I was missing you guys terribly.
Yeah.
I know.
My heart wanted to be there,
but
my body and my mind just couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't focus
just wanna
enough to open my computer.
I want to congratulate you and everyone else who has gotten their hand up and said, I'm going to put myself in front of Dave, because we've had Cindy, we've had Betty, we've had Sharon, we've had people taking the class again another time around and watching multiple debriefs. And you guys are really playing full out.
Oh,
You're
Sharon was great Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Okay, can you
I
see
was
it?
glad I was on with her.
Yeah. Fair life. Yeah. You
Oh,
want to check the
do
sweetener
that
on
again.
And there's very little sugar in it.
What's
Okay,
the sweetener? What's the sweetener?
Protein.
It is, well, it's got 2 grams of sugar, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
Well,
Well,
seeing
that's not bad. That's
No,
not bad.
it's
Pull it
30
down.
grams of
I'm-
protein.
No,
I'm
the
not seeing the
on
name.
the label though, honey.
Oh.
Is it sucralose? It's
Um,
probably
Pro
sucralose.
Life.
It is.
Yeah. So sucralose will keep sucralose is a neurotransmitter interrupter, and it will keep your brain thinking that you're eating sugar.
It
And
does have that, and it has stevia leaf extract.
Yeah, sucralose is like aspartame, and it keeps your brain thinking that
It's like at the very bottom, though, of
Yeah.
content, but it's still got it. You're right.
Yeah. So sucralose is the devil, just named something different. So just be careful with
Yeah.
what sugar. If it's not a sugar alcohol, it's a chemical. So you got to be real careful.
Okay.
Stevia, especially if you're a sugar addict in recovery, like Sharon and I will tell you that every time I have something with sucralose in it, I spend the entire day and the next day breaking up with the fact that I need to find sugar somewhere.
Ooh.
So,
See, I'm like that.
that's what
that.
happens to me, you guys. I'm not kidding. That's why the gum got me off. It's all started with the gum. The gum has
Oh.
sucralose in it. It's sugar free. It's right, but it has sucralose in it. And
Sucralose.
it got me off the deep end with all of my right. And once you break up with it again, it's like going back to like your palate changes, right, Mary? And you go, oh, right. So just be super careful with it if you're
Well,
as
fortunately,
susceptible.
sugar is not a problem for me.
Yeah,
That's good.
Thank
if you're
goodness.
susceptible, be careful if you are. If you
Yeah.
just a little word of warning there. So
Well,
congratulations.
and doing something short term to help me
Yes.
move.
Yeah.
That being said, doing the skin in the game challenge, I got back into looking at the book with the 5 and 1, trying to figure out how do I get my brain around getting back into that. And 15 ounces of tofu is a serving of a lean and green is 15 ounces of tofu. I thought, how on earth does a person eat 15 ounces of tofu for one, like in a day, right? Because that's a lot of tofu.
Yes.
So I figured out a way to do it. Take 12 ounces, mix it up with my hot sauce in my blender, and pour it on my greens. It's like a dressing, and it's like it turns into a dip. It's like a great big juicy dip with all my with the and that was 12 ounces. And then I took the other 3 ounces and I mixed it in with my soup for lunch. I'll tell you what, I was so full that day. I couldn't even believe it. It was fantastic. I did it again this week. I thought I'm gonna do that again. So anyway, that's my little tip. So
So what did you mix it with? You did the
hot
12
sauce
ounces.
on 5 and 1. I put the Frank's hot sauce in there. The condiments.
Mhm.
Put your condiments in there and mix it up, and it's like a a spicy dip on my greens, and it was wonderful. And then I put my soup with the other 3 ounces. I just mixed in my chili or my whatever other soup. Just
Yeah.
put it in there and let it sit and get the soup soft and just let it sit, and it turns into a dip. So then I dip my celery in it or I dip my veggies in it.
Yeah.
It's a great dip. So
Something I did find was a strawberry limeade smoothie made with cottage cheese. I'd have never thought of putting cottage cheese in a smoothie.
there you
It
go.
is delicious.
There you go. Cottage cheese and tofu. They're much underrated proteins.
Yeah.
Wow, I was shocked.
Cottage cheese ice cream is fantastic, Margot. Again, a transition food, but Literally, it's cottage cheese. You can either use honey or maple syrup, only 2 tablespoons, but whip it up with strawberries, add in some almond extract, and then you freeze it slightly. And with you, add in some crushed graham crackers and then strawberry chunks, and it will taste like strawberry cheesecake ice cream.
Oh, okay. We need that recipe too. Put it in the
Yep.
chat. That's
I
fantastic. You're blowing Sharon's
again,
mind right now. She loves this stuff.
and it would be total pure protein for you.
Okay,
Love
so
it.
cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese ice cream. The rest of us, we can add erythritol or
Yeah.
stevia,
Right.
for the sugars. Not the
Yeah.
maple syrup or the honey, but
Margot
yeah.
will get her protein and she'll get
Yep.
her weight gain. So, thank you very much. Sharon, did you have another a win or an ad from Monday or your talk with Dave last night? Or I was so proud of you. You're on mute. I've been so proud of you this whole time.
Good.
She's such a leader, you guys. How many guests did you have in the challenge anyway?
10, I think. 10.
10.
10.
Wow.
Are you 69 or 70? 70?
69, turning
And
70 soon.
10 guests, you guys. 10 guests. This woman is inspired to help people.
Good. Do
Truly.
you go beat under the bridge and drag them out there? Is that what?
Tell us your secret. Tell us what Dave told you.
Oh, I have to listen to it again. I have to listen to it. He said to never, when you get an inspired idea, how did he say that? Never overlook that. I mean, just
Never overlook it.
never
Don't let
overlook
your
it.
self-worth talk you out of it.
Yeah, I said, but yeah, well, what the question I asked was, so, we were in the mental creation part, and I said, so what part is this where this would be at in the mental creation? He said, because I said I was fantastical or whatever. And he said, you have a great gift, vivid visualization. But I said, well, why do I talk myself out of doing this or that? And he said, never talk yourself out of, when you got an inspired idea, do not talk yourself out of it. And he shared his example of, I didn't get it at first, but in the background, he has a jersey of Patrick Mahone or something.
Mahone, yeah.
Mhm.
And he said, whoever he knew, he got this idea that he should help them. They must have been I don't know if they were going into bankruptcy or something, but
Yeah.
he must help them. He said, I got this idea that I just felt I should help this organization or whatever. And he said, and the guy said, well, sure. And 4 years later, Patrick Mahone is part of the organization.
Mhm.
So he said, never overlook an inspired idea.
So here's the inspiration, and then the other person, the self-worth is going, oh, but you're not good enough for that. Oh, but you're not good enough for
Yes.
that.
Why would I want to do that? Or,
Right?
who's going to do that with me? Or just
Yeah.
that. Ugh. And that's what
And-
I was wondering, which one of those was telling me that.
Sharon was saying that to me. She was hearing this already. And I said, you know what, Sharon? She had this idea, this great idea. I said, you go for it. You go for it. She's like, but no. I'm like, no, you go for it, right? I mean,
So
truly.
I just put together a little book today. I'm going to call it Inspired Ideas. So I
Good
can
for
remember,
you.
because I said I woke up in the middle of the night with that idea. I mean, it's like,
Wonderful.
okay, I woke up and this is the idea I had. So it's like, okay. But then that little self-talk was going, you know what do you want to do that for? Blah, 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 blah. But I'm writing them down.
You have to write them down.
Good.
Absolutely.
That's good. And
Because
keep
you
track
don't-
of them.
I mean, you really don't think it may be just a little inspired idea.
Yeah.
It may be to call somebody.
Yeah.
That's an inspired idea. I mean, that's
Yes.
what he said that. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, you get those little
Yes.
And-
nudges.
Yes.
So my-
I have learned to always follow those nudges and just do the thing. Just text the person, just call them, whatever,
Yeah.
right? It is truly, Sharon, you're gonna, oh,
So I started this little book.
Oh,
So
I'm
I
so
don't forget them.
Wonderful,
I'm so
wonderful.
excited. I have to keep my calendar by me at night because I get so many inspired ideas and then I get off and to do it and then I have to dial it in. But
And
it's so great. It's if you
And
get
of
a
course,
text from
then
me
I
at 4
couldn't
a.m.
sleep.
What's
Of
that?
course, then I couldn't sleep because I had this inspired idea.
I have the same problem, right? If
Oh,
you get a
so
text from me
anyway.
at 4 a.m., sorry, but it's just my inspired ideas.
Yes. I can
But anyway,
attest to that.
that's the discussion he he had with me. So I need to
Nope.
listen to it again though.
Don't let your
Mm.
poor self-worth talk you out of anything. That was really
Yep.
cool. I loved that. Betty, how about you? What have you got to share for us today? What's your win or not?
Oh, well, my wins are that I'm on track. I'm with my food, and this is good because other things have been on track, and the food has been off and off, but it's working, and I'm just going bite to bite to bite. It's that precarious that I'm going, okay, and I'm setting the timer so that I know, and it's just, I have to go, because as soon as I stop looking at the letter of the law, the little book there, as soon as I stop looking at that, I'm going haywire. I'm
Mm,
not worried about it because all the other things in my life are going very well, very well. This community is excellent. Um, Finances, they've got to be good because I'm not wasting food. I put my check in every month and it's going good. So I'm just being super, super careful on the food is where I'm, because at least I should have my 3 almonds, and then it's a half a cup of nuts,
mhm.
mixed nuts. And it's just like that. So but other than that, my sleep, I'm up to 3-4 hours in sleep at night. Yes, this is really good. Well, this is really nice.
Practicing abstinence is really, really good. It's really, really
Yeah.
good skill set. Yeah.
And when you and I set that 8:30 to 4:30, I have not broken that not even nothing. And so if I need something there, I do either a hot cup of tea or a hot cup of decaffeinated coffee, and
Awesome.
just a sip. That really works for me. And I've I haven't really sat down and done a lot, but I've got some ideas. I have one panel that I've got. It's got a sewing machine and all kinds of, because that is my passion, is sewing. And so I'm thinking of doing something around that. But I've adapted Navigator. I want to navigate, and I am the navigator. I'm
You
putting
are the
myself at the
navigator.
head of the table.
Mhm.
And I wanted to go back and listen to
You're
some of those.
navigating your own ship.
Yes, yes. And so I do, or the car or anything. I do the kitchen. Navigate very carefully to the kitchen. Not there. Over. Don't go, not go to the curb. Nope, you stay right here. But there's one thing I was going to add. I don't know what it is. Oh, I got the cookbook. I managed to get that downloaded, and I made the zucchini recipe last night, and that was for my meal. That was really, really delicious. It was so good, and
Yeah.
I cut it down. It makes four for 4 people. I didn't. I cut it down to 2 people. So because I was supposed to be gone all day today, but it's so bloody cold up here that
Oh,
we
I
got
know,
him to
right?
the doctor.
I
There's
know.
nobody there. We got in and out, and I said, "Eh, ah, ah, I'll make it home for my call. So
That's so awesome. Betty, you're doing so great. And we had to leave some time for Margot's moments because she has some now that she's back. She's
does
got
she?
got a
I
thing
don't
too.
even know what time. Good, good.
Yeah.
We missed
Betty,
that
thank you
too,
so much.
Margot.
Bravo, 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 right?
Yes,
Um,
yes.
I have Mary shared her vision board. I didn't do I have my vision boards that I worked on really hard from last year, but I will tell you what I've been working on, and that is not in photo form, Betty, and not in sewing, but I have these two documents that one is a life map, and I used to do these annually when I was in business and Margot was working for me in chiropractic before I sold my business and yada yada. Annually. The last time I updated this life map was 2020.
Ooh.
Wow.
The bottom fell out, right? Pandemic hit. I had my 10-pound liver surgery on, and when I signed up for my coach because I found out I was being uncoachable on my habit finder. So I signed up for my coaching calls, and the first question my coach asked me was, "What's my vision?" I went, literally, I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was one question. And I went and I looked for this document and I thought, you got to be kidding me. It's 2020. So I went to work on that and I cleaned it all up. And don't you know, there's a lot of the
Good
stuff
for
on there that I
you.
actually happened that I actually did, but I hadn't even looked. It was in writing, but I hadn't actually I wasn't navigating with it, Betty, right? So that was really exciting because I left the navigation tool aside and I forgot about it. Life bottom fell out, time warp. We all fell into the time warp of the pandemic, right? Ironically enough, the last time I made life boards, my timeline ended. I told you this, Margot, in 2020. So my timeline was up, my life map was out. I had nothing. I got nothing, right?
Oh, so
So I've been working on this for like the last 2 weeks. And then I never thought I'd be in business doing this with you guys ever. Okay. I just want to tell you this. I thought, okay, I signed up to do this coaching thing for a while till I figured out what I was going to do when I grew up. And I figured, okay, it can't hurt because I'm still a white knuckler. I didn't still know how to optimize and sustain a healthy eating habit, right? I was still mentally a yo-yo dieter.
yeah.
But now, again, almost 7 years later, this has turned into my best friends, my family, and a viable business that I had no idea would work. So I actually had to go and update like my happy health habits. I have a business. I actually updated my strategy and my vision for my business as well, which I didn't have. I was just flying by the seat of my pants and just kind of having fun and loving you guys and doing my own thing, right? Focus. Everyone always says, I can't help anybody else. I'm focused on me. Well, I was sort of doing that, but with you guys, right? Focusing on
Yeah.
myself along with you guys, because that's how I roll. I do teams and groups. But so I did that. So that's what I've been working on. So my visions are now on paper, which I will continue
Good.
to update. And so that's been a really big eye opener for me. So that's my win of the week, and including all of you all being into the Habit Finder stuff with me. It's just been unbelievable
And
working.
it's helped. I think well, I speak for myself. It's helped me, and I'm sure it's helped
Oh,
hearing what other people say.
yeah.
And I want to go around again. I want to go around again.
Yeah, you can't imagine. Keep going around again. You can't
Yeah.
imagine the transformations that are happening, right, Sharon? I mean, Sharon's been on multiple debriefs, and we actually we're seeing repeaters, but the clients they're just doing really well. So, anyways,
I just felt signing up for the debriefs. I mean, I think Dave has gotten a little bit, should I say better
better
at,
at delivering it.
at delivering it.
Yeah.
Because the first time I was like,
Mhm.
but you just have to keep listening. And for me, the
Yeah.
debrief, going to multiple debriefs has just helped understand it better. And other people will come on, and ask to,
New people come on.
different
Mhm.
people come on. So it's just been more helpful, anything. The more you do it, the better you understand it or
Mhm.
get better at it. you know.
Yep. You just like the life book. You're ready. You know, listen. You know, when you're gonna get it when it's your time to get it.
Go
Right?
around and do it again. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So Margot, what's your Margot's moment to finish for today?
Okay, ready? It's called hope. I am choosing to focus on the silver linings of any circumstances. Sometimes the toughest challenges carry the greatest lessons. Even the most difficult paths can lead to beautiful destinations. The sun comes up after every dark night. Warm spring, we hope, comes after a cold winter. Believe in yourself and your ability to overcome any obstacle. That's my story for the day.
Love it.
Very good.
Love it. That's fantastic.
Very good.
So hugs to you all. Keep
Yes.
practicing, and all you out there listening to the recording. I hope.
Yes.
Definitely subscribe to this channel so you can go back and get all of these anytime you want. All right. So
Yes.
I love you. I appreciate you. Remember, it's Healthy Heart Month, so everything you do is for the heart of it.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Invest in yourself and your heart health this month. Nail those macros. Love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yes.
Love you
Happy
guys.
healthy. Have a great
It's
day.
nice
Bye-bye.
to be back.